Hey guys, and welcome back to another Axel 72 video, and today I am back with another interview. I'm here with Adam Carberry. Adam, how are you, lad?
I'm not too, dude, I'm not too bad. How are you?
I'm great, mate. I'm very much appreciate you doing this, lad.
No worries.
If you are new around here though and you have not yet subscribed, please do so. Like the video if you're doing the like video, and let's get straight into it. So, you're a 2-0 super featherweight, my bad, featherweight, and you're 22, am I right?
Yeah.
Alright,
Bang
and
on.
yeah, and so we'll start with the questions, which I always like to start off with, being who inspired you to get into boxing, lad?
To be honest, it was just something I fancied. It wasn't one person really. From what I can remember, it was the sport itself. To be honest, it was never something I thought I'd end up where I am now. But it was just like I fancy it. I'll give it a crack.
Yeah, that's fair. I've seen that with a couple of people. They've just said they just managed to just get into it by themselves, which is fair.
That was it. I was big into my footy. I've always been a footy lad.
Yeah.
And then I was at Bolton, got dropped, and then it was just like getting a bit bored of it. So just thought, yeah, I'll give boxing a crack. That was it.
That's a bit of a unique story. But Bolton, in a way, reject and now professional boxer.
Yeah.
Right. Okay. So obviously, you then went into boxing. So how old were you when you first started in the amateurs?
I think I first went in the gym 11 or 12.
All right.
Yeah.
So I mean, a good age to start, really. And I don't know if you can remember, because I mean it's about 10 years ago now for you. How did your first amateur fight go?
I think I lost it on a split. I think I lost it on a split decision.
Right.
I was kind of just thrown in, which was good.
Yeah.
I prefer it that way. I hadn't been out sparring at other clubs or nothing like that before, so it was just kind of like being thrown in. And I remember the gloves being up to like my elbows. I've always been small, so
Right.
And yeah, maybe he threw a few more punches more than me. That might have been why he beat me.
Right. Yeah. I mean, it seems like that is kind of how a lot of people start, really.
Yeah. Yeah, it was good.
So obviously, I couldn't quite find how many amateur fights you did have. So I was just kind of wondering how many fights, amateur ones, did you have?
Just give me a question now. Back end 30s,
Okay.
early 40s,
Right.
I think, round about there. But after about 4, I just stopped counting. It was just
Right.
like, yeah, go on. I'll
Yeah.
take that one and we'll go down there.
Right. Well, I mean, it sounds like that's a good number, realistically.
Yeah. Yeah, I enjoyed the amateurs, to be fair.
So obviously, you then went on to be a pro. Why did you go pro when you did?
Well, to be honest, there was it took me getting a bit older to sort of like mature and look at it a bit more seriously. It was always just a fun thing. I still sort of like played footy on the side and doing other sports and seeing my mates and stuff, and then it was like, you know what, I've got a bit of a chance here. So I was going to do I was going to go in the championship, do another year as an amateur, put everything into it, stop all the other stuff, see how far I could go there. And I think it was I was weighing in on the Sunday for the championships. I think it'd have been my first senior championships. And then on the Wednesday they announced the lockdown, didn't they?
Yeah.
So yeah, that put a big stop to that. And then after that, it was sort of someone mentioned, because obviously Martin Murray's from round my way, is my coach now, and someone mentioned it was the Billy Joe Saunders fight,
Right.
and they were saying like, oh, he fancies getting into coaching. He wants to see if there's any local lads who he's willing to take on, and then it sort of just happened like that. Really, like, he come down, and then we've been working with each other ever since.
Great. So it's kind of a similar kind of story. The fact of lockdown did kind of encourage people to turn pro when they did. So that's kind of what it seems for you, isn't it?
Yeah, there was a load, wasn't there? There was loads that turned over. I don't blame them. Like, there was nothing going on.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of people seen it as like, because obviously if you was in a professional sport, you got a bit of leeway, didn't you, with training and stuff like that. So people probably did it for that reason as well, where you could get in and sort of do a bit of training rather than being at home and stuff like that. So it made sense, really.
Yeah. So obviously you then went and had your 2 fights. How tough were them 2 fights? Was there one that was more tough than the other, or?
What? I'd say me last fight, my second one, that was a bit tougher, but more because, so basically all it was, the opponent pulled out.
Right.
I got the phone call at about 10:30 the night before.
Oof.
And then it was like, we can get you another opponent,
That's
but
surprising.
he's a lot lighter than you, so you're gonna have to get some weight off. So I'm like, here we go now.
Yeah.
So that was it. Made the weight all right. Struggled a bit, and then I was in there, and it was like, not a full tank, you know what I mean? It was hard in that sort of respect, where it was like, I got to the 4th round, I knew I'd done enough, but I could feel myself. I was a little bit tired in that 4th round.
Yeah, that's kind of what I've heard with fighters that have had to move down in weight and stuff like that. But at least you've had to go through that early on in your career so it can help you for later on in your career.
Yeah, I assume there's going to be plenty more stuff like that. So
yeah, probably.
I just took it as it was, and it was. I had a few fights cancelled as well before that, so it was like I was selling tickets, and then I was letting people down. You know, people had booked days off work and stuff like that. So, and then I'm letting them down, and I'm not fighting. So I sort of like I had to fight. Do you know what I mean? So it was. I don't regret doing it. It was just something I had to do.
So obviously you've now got your new fight announced, and it's with Black Flash Promotions. Am I right?
No, not this one.
Was that your last one?
Yeah, I think I was supposed to be on. That was the one that got cancelled before my last one. This one's with Nielsen Boxing. I think they're based a lot down south. They do a lot of shows in the York Hall and stuff like that. But they're coming up to Liverpool.
Yes.
With my stablemate Jack McGann. He's under them, and he's always down there fighting at York Hall. And obviously he brings in enough people, and he's exciting enough that they thought, you know what, we'll take it up there. So it's only down the road for me, so I'm happy with that.
Well, I mean, it's not out at the moment, but I've got an interview coming with him tomorrow. So, I mean, for the viewers, it'll probably be on the same day. But just ironic is the fact that you're on the same card.
Yeah, I hope he's not been telling people he's got naturally curly hair, because he's definitely got a perm.
No, I don't think he was talking about his hair. All right, so obviously this is your 3rd fight now on the 2nd of September. Are you in camp now, or is it just kind of been raised a bit more?
Yeah, I've been in camp for the last few weeks. Prefer it like that. It's a simple life, being in camp. Know what you're eating, not going out. It's just simple, and I like it like that.
Yeah.
So, been in camp for a good few weeks now. I've been going all right.
Yeah, you just kind of get told what to do realistically, innit?
Yeah, I'm all right with that though. As long as someone tells me what to do, I do it, and that's it. That's my job done. So.
I mean, it's a good mindset. It will get you far from just doing that realistically.
Yeah, it's just like I said, it's just simple. I go to the gym. I come home, I know what I'm eating, I know what stuff I should be eating, and then that's it. The cycle repeats: eat, train, and sleep. That's about it.
Yeah. So obviously you're doing this training and this camp now. Are you doing anything different ahead of this fight than you've done before, or is it all pretty much the same?
Not really. We always work to an high standard. We're always like mixing it up in training. Jack will tell you that. It's never boring. So I've got my normal training, my strength and conditioning, which I've been doing from the start. So, and it's been working. So I don't really want to change anything.
Fair. So obviously you've got this fight in September. Are you gonna be trying to come out again for like maybe the end of December or November time?
I'm out again. I'm out again on the 8th of October.
All right.
Yeah, I've managed to get on a card.
Quick
My old
turnaround.
manager, Tom Starker, he's got a few of his lads on. It's a good card. I think Jack Rafferty's fighting for something.
Right.
I don't know, but it's a good card. It's got a few good names on it, I think. So it'd be good to get on that with a few of the bigger boys.
Is that going to be in Liverpool as well?
That one's in Bolton.
All right. Okay.
Bolton, the Bolton Whites Hotel, where my last 2 fights have been actually. Yeah. So feels like home now.
Yeah. So obviously you're only just at the start of your career. How far do you think you can go in boxing, lad?
I put the work in. I think I've got the quality as well. But it's all just, I take it. Everyone comes and says the same thing.
Yeah.
That they want to be. They think they can be a world champion and all this, but to be fair with me, it's just I just take it as it comes. I know what level I'm at now, and I know what I need to do to the next level. And the way I look at it is, I'm not going to stop trying to go up them levels. So really, I don't know how far I can go, but I'll get there. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. You just go along with it.
Yeah, the sky's the limit. I'm confident. I'm confident, but I just sort of take one fight at a time. I don't really think too much about years ahead and stuff like that.
Yeah, fair.
I know that I'm working well now, and as long as I keep working well and just up it and stuff like that, then I can get where I want to be. You know what I mean?
Great. So I'll leave with this final question, which I always like to ask: is there anything that you'd like to shout out, lad?
Anything or anyone?
Anything, anyone, either.
Yeah, A. Football Club, best football club in the world, only behind Everton FC.
Right. Okay.
That's all I've got.
Okay. Well, thank you very much for doing this interview, lad.
Cheers, mate.
And maybe if you ever do get to them titles and fighting for the big fights, we can come back and do this again.
Yeah, I'll see you again.
Yeah, alright, okay. Good to hear. Okay, so like the video if you didn't like the video, subscribe if you're new, and thanks for watching.